And we're live.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Greetings from France. My name is Patrick Harris. I am the manager of international recruitment at Burgundy School of Business here in France. So our main campus is in Dijon, east side of France, the capital of Burgundy. Today, I just wanted to give you a brief overview of the school, of the programs that we offer, and try and take a bit of a generic approach, so look at studying in France in general, studying at a business school in France specifically, to give you a bit of an introduction into that side of things if you were interested in pursuing further education here in France and at a business school specifically. So I'll try to give you a bit of an overview of what we offer, and then I'll leave some room for some questions at the end, in case it sparks debate or you have any burning questions. So like I said, we are based in France, obviously in the heart of Europe. If you are looking at studying sort of business or management related programs in France, you'll of course want to look at international accreditations, but specifically there's a French accreditation called the Grande École. So the Grande École system is an elite group of business management and engineering schools here in France that are accredited by the Ministry of Education as being the very best of the best, so the creme de la creme, if you will. So if you are looking to venture into the world of business and you're looking at France specifically, you'll want to look for a school that calls itself a Grande École. Now, we are one of the Grande Écoles in France. There's around 60, I think, business schools. So like I say, it just means that you have that assurance of quality when you graduate with a degree from a Grande École, and you know that it's going to be universally recognized as having that seal of quality. Okay. So if you look at the map here, we location-wise, we're on the east side of France, so roughly halfway between Paris and Lyon. Paris being, of course, the capital city, Lyon being France's second largest city. So we're roughly halfway between the two. It's about 1 hour and 20 minutes to Paris from Dijon, 1 hour, just over an hour to Lyon. And as you can see from the map there, we're very close to the border with Europe, very close to the Alps, and we've been able to capitalize on that location here in the heart of Europe, in terms of building a very well-established corporate relationships with companies all across Europe. So you as a student would directly benefit from that, through our placements, our internships, the practical aspects of the program. Remember, the school is here in France, much like many other business schools in France. Although the location is Europe, is France, the programs are 100% taught in English. So really, it's a very international business school that just happens to be based in France. For us specifically, we currently have 70 different nationalities on campus. Like I said, the programs that I'll introduce you to briefly in a short while are 100% in English. Our professors hail from all over the world, so you don't need to speak French in order to access one of these French business schools. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear from the outset. Now, I don't know if any of you have been to Dijon. It's the capital city of a region here in France called Bourgogne, Burgundy. Very, very famous for wine, very famous for gastronomy. So really a lovely place for you to continue your education as a student here. You'll of course be able to go out and hike in the vineyards, sample the local wine, and make the most of the French cuisine, that's specifically cuisine here from Burgundy. You might have heard of Dijon mustard, of course. That's kind of a product that's made the area and the city specifically quite famous. So yeah, I've put some photographs of the city here. It's a medium-sized city, Dijon. What does that mean for you as a student? It means that it's much more affordable than a city like Paris, all right, or a capital city in Europe like London or Berlin. So in terms of your monthly budget, you're looking at maybe €300, 350 max for your rent, which is at least half or three times cheaper than you would find in Paris, for example. And it just means that you have a better quality of life, right? So you're not overrun by traffic. You can walk around everywhere. There are lots of universities, including our prestigious business school. So loads of young people, and really, it's a city where people live their lives outside on terraces, having coffee, having wine. So really, a very enjoyable student experience in terms of the environment that you're going to be studying in. Now, we also have a secondary campus in Lyon, again, Lyon being France's second largest city after Paris. So for those that are looking for more of a cosmopolitan hub city experience, we have a secondary campus in Lyon, and you can study from there. So again, you have the option there, the best of both worlds. And in any case, like I mentioned before, Paris and Lyon are very much on your doorstep in terms of going there for the weekend from Dijon, as is the border with Europe. So location-wise, really ideal. Lyon is experiencing a period of sort of exponential growth. You can kind of think of it as the Silicon Valley of France. So lots of young people, a big sort of tech community over there, a lot of startups, entrepreneurs, lots of young people with fresh ideas focusing on, like I said, tech, but also sustainability. So really a fantastic city to have on your doorstep once you graduate and you potentially start applying for jobs if you decide to stay here in France. Um, hmm. So as mentioned, we're part of this Grande École prestigious accreditation here in France. We're also in the top 1% of business schools in the world. We're internationally accredited. And so, you know that when you graduate with a degree from BSB, that it's going to carry with it that prestige when you then start banding your CV about and applying for jobs. Now, as a business school, one of the things that differentiates us from universities, say, is that we have a very big focus on the business world, on the practical aspects of what you're learning in class, but putting that into practice. And so we have a big focus on career, employability, a big focus on placements, internships. We definitely have our foot in the world of work. And as the oldest business school in France, we're 120 years old. We've been able to forge very important and lasting connections with a lot of companies across all different industries that you, as I say, as a student would directly benefit from. So yeah, with this in mind, we have 7 coaches on campus who speak a variety of different languages. Their 100% of their job is to coach students on a one-to-one basis with regards to not only the modules that they want to take throughout the program of their choice, but also choosing the right internship for them, choosing the right placement, choosing the right graduate jobs to go for. So they really will, we really will sit down with you and help you carve out the best path for you, and explore options in terms of graduate positions, but also perhaps continuing your education elsewhere, doing a semester or a year in another university. So we have the resources and to really sit down with you and help you make the right choice. So not just into get you to pass your exams, and we really are focusing on where you want to be as an individual student in 5 years' time, what companies you want to approach, and how we can help you to do that. We also have a big focus on our alumni network, okay? So we very often invite previous graduates down to talk about, the process after graduation, the jobs that they're in now, what they found difficult, what they found easy, and quite often they end up in sort of mentor-mentee relationships with current students. So again, with regards to that focus on career and employability, we're trying to utilize the network and utilize all the resources that we have to facilitate a smooth transition from your studies into the world of work. Okay. All right, so the programs, I'll go over this briefly. For graduating high school students, we offer one bachelor program, so it's quite simple. It's a bachelor in management, and it's a 3-year program. The first couple of years, you're going over sort of fundamental modules relating to business and management across all sectors, right? So, from finance to entrepreneurship, lots of different options there. The objective is to give you a global perspective of the business world, so that you can then of the bachelor go on and specialize in one of these specializations here. Then after you've done the specialization, the idea is that you hit the world of work through all the support that we discussed. You can also study abroad for a semester or a year. We have partnerships with a multitude, hundreds of universities and business schools across the world. Or you can choose to continue your education and throw yourself into a master's. Now, in terms of the master's programs that we offer, the most popular and the most sought after is the Master in Management Grande École. So going back to this accreditation, only the schools that qualify as a grande école and that carry that prestige are able to offer this Master in Management, specifically grande école. So again, much like the bachelor program, this is a 2-year program. Your first year, we're giving you a global perspective of the business world, and then your second year is where you really specialize and hone in on what you want to study and what you want to take further in terms of study. I should say, we are, compared to a lot of other business schools in France and across Europe, we are quite boutique. So we're quite small. We only have 3,000 students in Dijon, and we have 1,000 students in Lyon. So it means that we're quite selective, but it also means that we're able to really focus on the individual needs of students. So you have small class sizes and a lot of support around you. We're not looking for global domination. We really are trying to adapt and give every individual student what they need in terms of support. So I'll leave that there for now. The Master in Management, like I said, very sought after, and we also have 9 Master of Science 1-year programs. Okay, so the 9 MSc programs are quite niche, as you can see from the list here. Focus on sustainability, climate change. We're basically taking traditional business and management related subjects and adapting them to suit the modern world. So the MSc programs would be, if you didn't want to commit to a 2-year Master in Management, if you were looking for a stepping stone into the world of work. So these are very hands-on. Indeed, half of the year, if you're studying one of the MSc programs, would be spent with a company doing an internship and applying the theory that you learned in class to the real world, to the world of work. So that's an overview of our programs. I'm not going to dwell on them for too long. If you are interested in one specifically, follow up with me afterwards. I'll be happy to do a one-on-one and go into a bit more detail. Again, thinking about career prospects, employability, we try to afford students a double degree option wherever we can. So that can take the form of, say you're doing the Master in Management, you could choose one of our MSc programs as the second year of your Master in Management. And that way, when you graduate, you get the diploma Master in Management and the Master of Science program that you chose for your second year. So dual degree option there. You can also go abroad for 1 year of your study, in which case you would receive a degree from Burgundy School of Business, but also from our partner university. So again, we're trying to equip you for the world of work when you graduate, and with all the tools you need to be successful. And of course, if you graduate with 2 degrees, it's going to look pretty good on your CV. Okay. The last thing that I want to talk about in terms of programs is our School of Wine and Spirits business. Now, this is we're ranked #1 in the world, partly because of our location in wine-rich Burgundy. We of course, some of the most expensive and rarest wines come from Burgundy. We're surrounded by vineyards, and so we've been able to grow a hugely successful and world-renowned faculty of wine and spirits business. So for those students who are looking to learn the trade and the business behind wine and spirits, right? We, in terms of programs, we offer 5 programs. So you can see down at the bottom, there's a wine tourism specialization for those graduating high school students doing the bachelor program who want to choose wine tourism as their 3rd year specialization. So right from the word go, you can choose wine. And then moving on upwards, we have various other programs, depending on what stage you're at, depending on how much experience you've got in the sector, right up until offering an MBA in wine and spirits business. Now, the MBA would be for candidates who are already working within the sector, who have 3 to 5 years experience on a kind of wine or spirits business related job or program. So lots of options there if that tickles your fancy. Again, we have a very strong foothold in the world of work. You'll be traveling all over the world, going to high profile wine events to build up your network. So that's a bit of an overview of the programs. I realize it's a lot of information. With regards to our campus, like I said, the oldest business school in France. However, we're fully equipped, very modern facilities. You can see here, this is the library. We have the historical facade of the school from the 19th century, and then around that we've been able to build a very modern learning center. Okay, so we have a dance studio. We've even built a live trading room for those students studying corporate finance. They can simulate, as if they were on Wall Street, and because we have less students than perhaps some of our competitors, we're really able to make the most of the space. And offer you everything you would need to make your student experience a success. There's a Zen room, there's a music studio, there's a student lounge, and there's even an entrepreneurial garden outside where students will meet and do their group projects. Loads of student associations if you're looking to take up a specific sport or an instrument or join a cause, a community. So really there's a great vibe, and part of what allows that is the fantastic campus that we have here in Dijon. These are some more photos of the campus. The admissions process, I think it's the same for many business schools here in France, is all online. France is slowly but surely internationalizing. So the applications are now open for September next year. They have just opened. So it's very simple. You would go on our website and you would fill out all your details. You would need to upload your academic transcripts, your diploma from either high school or your previous degree. You would need a copy of your passport, a motivational letter, and then the final stage of the application process would be an interview with the program director. All right. Now, the great thing for you is that we have a huge international team whose sole purpose is to assist you, to support you. So reach out to me, okay? My job really is to give you all the information you need to help you make the right choice, to assist you during the application process. I'm more than happy to give you my WhatsApp, give you my email, my telephone number, and really help you every step of the way. And also inform you beforehand. We can go through the various programs and really choose the right one for you. So that's the end of my presentation, really. I hope I didn't rush through it too much. I wonder if anybody has any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Just a couple. Thanks very much, Patrick, for the presentation. We have a question about scholarships specifically for Canadian students. Anything like that on?
Yeah, so not specifically for Canadian students, but we offer quite significant scholarships of up to 50%. So they're they're for all students. Okay, they're merit based. Now we're not looking for just those that have the best grades. We really want to hear from you why you think you deserve it, why you want it. You know, if you play a sport, if you play an instrument, if you have a particularly interesting journey up until now. If you, and also, what are your plans for after you graduate? You know, how would you like to change the world? How would you like to put into practice what you so all of that will come into play when applying for the scholarship, not just grades. The the process would be you complete your online application, so assisted by me. And then once you've completed the application, you would express to me that you're interested in a scholarship. I would put your application forward to the scholarship committee. They meet once a month, October through to April, and they'll look over your documents and decide whether you deserve a scholarship. Now, the earlier you apply, the more likely you are to receive one. It's the start of the year now, so we have lots of scholarships available. The longer you wait, of course, once they're gone, they're gone. So not specifically for Canadian students, but you know, Canada's actually a very good source country for us. We year on year we receive quite a few applications from Canadians, and we give out quite a few scholarships to them. So I would 100% encourage anyone who's applying to apply for a scholarship.
Thanks, Patrick. Just one more question, kind of a softball. How helpful and accessible are the instructors?
As in the professors. I mean, like I say, because we're smaller, we have a lot more time and resources to to interact with you. The class sizes are really small, and in my experience, the professors are really hands-on and really keen to connect with you on an individual level. So don't worry, they're not all French. We have professors from all over the world who are experts in their field. They have a passion for teaching, and a lot of research coming out of the school currently. So no, they're super engaging. They're super helpful, and they want to hear from you. So no, I would say the teaching staff are great. It's definitely one of the things that sets us apart.
Fabulous. Thanks so much. And one more from Nathan. What opportunities does the wine and spirits degree pertain to the European setting? Is it different from Canada?
What opportunities does the wine and spirits degree pertain to in the European setting? I mean, it very much depends on what level you're going in at. The graduates from the wine and spirits business faculty end up all over the world, really. If you decide to stay in Europe, then of course you can enter a senior level position within the wine industry. That's the idea, right? We're setting you up with all the contacts and giving you the background business knowledge. A lot of people decide to start their own business, right? So launch themselves into, I don't know, import export. We receive a lot of applications from wine rich regions around the world. So say a student from Chile or from South Africa who grew up and their family had vineyards, who wants to come to Burgundy and learn the business behind that, to then take that knowledge home and project their family business to the next level. So really, I can say it's very eclectic. I can say that you probably won't find a better place to launch yourself into that sector, if that's something that you're interested in. And in terms of the jobs that will be available when you graduate, it's really very wide reaching. The world is your oyster, really. I'll be happy to for the person that sent a specific question about the wine and spirits. If you send me a message and chat to me directly, I'll be happy to delve into more detail about job opportunities within Europe or outside.
Super. One more. Sorry.
I can see there's a question about the brewing trade.
Right. Yeah.
So So specifically beer brewing, I presume that means we don't. So ours is very specific wine and spirits business. We, as far as I know, we don't delve into brewing. However, it's kind of similar sector. So it may be something that we that students have had an interest in previously. So again, come and chat to me individually. Tell me what it is you're looking for. And I can speak to the program director, perhaps set up a meeting between the three of us so that you can really hear from the horse's mouth what kind of students came through before and whether brewing was something that's incorporated into any of the programs.
I think that's about it then, Patrick. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Thanks.